Let's move on to the ACAC, which has a different look now, especially at the top, because Leo, as we know, year in and year out, in the last 5 years, they've owned that conference. What do you anticipate now that Leo's gone? Who do you see as the top 2-3 teams in this conference?
I think Heritage is 1, and I think Woodland is 2. Heritage lost a lot. Brenton Dawson gone. Tremendous player, tremendous baseball player too.
Yeah.
But I think it's still Heritage. I think Coach Lehrman, his final year this year. I think they're the team to beat. I think Woodland is 2. And talking to Coach Haydock at Woodland, he's really excited with what he's got. Some big guys up front, and Mitchell Van Brocklin. I mean, that kid is like a cyborg. You just keep giving him the ball. He had 51 carries in a game last year.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, you give him the ball and everybody knows he's getting the ball. It's much like Will Chrisman at DeKalb. You knew he was getting it, and you still couldn't stop it. So, problem with Woodland is when they face a team that can stop that run or at least slow it down, do they have the vertical pass threat to kind of loosen up defenses as opposed to packing 9 or 10 in the box? And that's going to be the huge thing when they play Heritage, which I think is going to be the game for the conference title. Yeah,
1,800 yards last year for Van Brock. They had the Kitzmiller kid as well, so they kind of had like a smash and dash combination. It's going to be more on his shoulders this year. But Trayvon McCarter is a player that I think is going to step up for them. If they can throw the ball a little bit, he's going to be the guy that they're throwing it to. As a freshman last year, played pretty well, and I know Coach is really high on this kid. Coming into a sophomore season.
Yeah, he's good, and they would throw some balls that were just ducks up there, and he would come down with them. I mean, that kid is he can out jump kids. He can position his jump to be at the apex when the ball comes. Really good instincts by that kid.
Dangerous on special teams as well. Bluffton is a team.
It's another team I always forget about.
Yeah,
Bluffton.
When you take a look at the most talented players in this conference, Dwayne Eskridge has to be up there at the top. This kid won the 200 meters at state in track, was 2nd in the 100 meters. He's 7th in the long jump. So obviously a great all-around athlete. He's going to play college football at Western Michigan. There are not a lot of players out of the ACAC that go D1. Dwayne Eskridge is a D1 running back.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive. That says a lot about what he's got.
Yeah, kid is fast on fast, and you look at Bluffton and the way they play. They're going to build stuff around Eskridge and just get him in space and get him the ball, and that could be a big issue in that conference because not many teams can match up with that speed. So, is it Eskridge, and what else do they have? Can they have a quarterback that can sling it a little bit? Can they have wideouts that can get open, or is it going to be really built around Eskridge? So I think Randy Hudgens, a proven coach. We saw him in Columbia City, really great guy. And I think they're pushing up, and now they're going to jump up into that maybe top 2 or 3 in the ACAC with Leo gone. But I kind of always sell Bluffton short just because it's kind of like dumb on them. So I'm mean.
That's okay.
Just forget about it.
We've come to expect it. At this point last year, my 3rd team, I had South Adams, and I wasn't feeling so good in the regular season. But then they go on in the playoffs with Rick Burkhalter, go on and win another sectional championship, do well in the postseason. So I'm feeling good about my underdog picks in the ACAC in years past. I'm going to go with Adams Central because as my 3rd team, I had Woodland, Bluffton, and Adams Central. You'd think Jay County should be up there eventually. I mean, they're a 4A school in this conference. Eventually, they're going to do it, right?
Just and then everybody's going to get mad in the ACAC and Jay County for winning all the time.
Well, I really like what Adams Central's got. Andrew Hammond is back. He's a junior, and he'll be a 3rd-year starter. I know Coach is huge on him. Hunter Bates, Stefan Eicher. They have a number of players back. They're another one of those teams where you say maybe they don't have a great regular season record-wise, and then they get to the postseason and they're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, and they've had a couple lean regular season years the last couple years, but they are a traditional power in 1A and a traditional contender in the ACAC too. So I think the last couple years we've kind of sold them short, but you're right. I think they are poised to have a really good year, maybe a 6, 7, 8 win season, regular season, and then get in that postseason. And it's always either them or South Adams that make a run, and it's and then we're ended up in semi-state and we're driving down to Central Indiana for South Adams, and then we're like, we didn't see it coming, but every year it's one of those two.
I make my reservations in Sheridan weeks early just in case.
You are the man of Pinedo, my friend.